Here with the head coach of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Nice enough to spend some time with us during media days. Coach Shane Beamer. Coach, I got to start with the fit because you're dressing to impress right now. I know it's me. I know everyone's doing that, but like you got the socks that people can't see. Yep. You got the garnet blazer. Like, talk us through the wardrobe a little bit here.
I've done a suit every year that I've come, and I just asked my wife last night. I'm like, you okay if I just wear a sport coat? I mean, I've worn this before for like games and things like that, and it's a little bit more comfortable than throwing on the suit.
Sure.
And honestly, this morning when I woke up at like 5:15 a.m., I wasn't putting too much thought into it. And this is kind of like an oldie but goodie. You can put on the dark pants with the garnet coat and throw on a black tie and garnet socks, and you're ready to roll, man.
There we go. And you guys had a picture out on social media this morning. You guys are usually good for like a moment or two during media days. You had the social media from Arby's, that post a couple years ago.
Yep.
You recreated that Steve Spurrier picture.
Yep.
Had one in like the private plane today. I mean, you fly the guys there today? How'd that go down?
Didn't fly it. That was a hop on the plane about 6:50 this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And our creative media team said, hey, we need you to hop in the front of the plane. We're just going to take a picture. I'm like, all right, cool. So I climbed up in the cockpit, took the picture, climbed up in the back, and we took off.
There we go.
It was short and sweet, but no, there was no flying of the plane.
Perfect. Well, when it comes to what happened on the field, last year was awesome for us as college football fans to watch. I mean, get to 9 wins, beat Clemson in the final game of the regular season, all those things. And so we're on the front line saying, like, hey, put South Carolina in the playoff. I'm sure you were, feeling the same way. What do you feel like you took away from last year's season going into this year?
I would say a couple things. One, all the hard work that goes into a season on the front end, and just you already knew this, but really just realizing that it doesn't just happen. You guys will, pick us fairly high this year compared to what you did last year when we were picked low. But understanding that every year it's truly different because every year is a new team, more so now than ever because of the transfer portal and all that. So being very intentional from January until the season starts about constructing your team as well. But then just, it was a good example. I knew it, but really for our players, just understanding what a fine line it is between winning and losing. We had 6 games last year that came down to 4 points or less, and we were 3-3 in them, I guess. And if we're 4-2, we're in the playoffs. And if we're 2-4, you guys aren't talking about us like we are right now. So just understanding that in this league, it's a war every Saturday, and it truly comes down to every single Saturday. And there's a handful of plays that you better be on the right side of them.
How often do y'all talk about the playoff and things of that nature? Do you talk about end of the season goals at this point, or is it more so one day at a time?
I don't, but I mean, I think there's an expectation with our players and in our program that is the goal. I didn't come to South Carolina. They didn't come to South Carolina to just try and get bowl eligible. We have higher expectations and we embrace that, but understanding all the work that goes into that without a doubt. And, but no, I don't think I've ever said playoffs, but there's also unspoken expectation that that's what this team wants to be about, not just this year, but every year.
Well, LaNorris Sellers is one of my favorite players in college football ahead of this year. 2-part question. One, does he talk? I guess the first part. Second is, how good is he going to be? How good can he be this year?
Yeah, he does talk. He says what needs to be said. For a guy that doesn't say a whole lot, he is the unquestioned leader of our team, and players on this team respect him. And that's what you want, a guy that, says what needs to be said and doesn't just talk to hear himself talk. And for him, it's just taking the next step. He has been very intentional about working hard to take the next step, be a better quarterback in 25 than he was in 24. And I'm eager to see him develop. For all he did last season, he's still a young quarterback. I mean, this is only his 3rd year of college football. So, to be able to watch him continue to develop will be exciting to see.
Last question for you. Appreciate all your time. You got LaNorris Sellers back there, who's obviously a big part of his game is what he does with his legs and getting out of trouble. Then you got Dylan Stewart on the other side. Are you on the whistle during practice? Like, hey, I might let this go a little bit longer. He might make something happen. Or like, hey, no, Dylan Stewart's coming off the edge. I want to give him some time. How do you police that as a head coach?
It's hard, and it's probably harder now than ever because of those two guys. Our defense needs the work against LaNorris as well, but you don't want him getting hit all the time. In fact, early in his career, we made him live, LaNorris, in practice, and that was the first time I saw him. I'm like, jeez, this dude's like different, because we struggled to tackle him back in 23 before that season. But usually when Dylan doesn't say a whole lot, you know this, all D linemen, they're all like, sack, if they're within like 4 feet. That's just kind of universal. LaNorris will usually, he doesn't say a whole lot, but he'll look at me if I blow the whistle and be like, there's no way that guy was tackling me, right? I'm like, I know, but I just got to I got to keep it honest, keep it fair. So it's a fine line for sure. I had another head coach that we played last season came to me after the season. He goes, just so you know, anytime my defensive players complain about me not blowing the whistle or that they would have sacked the guy, I just tell them, hey, just turn on the tape of y'all trying to tackle LaNorris Sellers last year. No, you didn't tackle this quarterback, so don't tell me you did.
Probably a good problem to have, I bet, if you're in y'all's position. Well, Coach, appreciate all your time.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your days.
Appreciate it. Thank you.